Hey folks, this is Fast Friday. Thank you for joining. Today I want to talk about how we need to be really careful who we listen to and who we take advice from. And this goes for personally and professionally because, you know, when you're talking to someone, you got to understand they don't have the same experiences that you do. They don't have the same mindset that you do. They don't have the same goals that you do. They don't have the same likes and interests that you do. So they may not understand why you are doing or not doing something, or why you want or want to do something and not do something, right? And that's okay, because we shouldn't all think the same. We're not going to all think the same. It's just not the way it is. And I'd rather think a whole lot differently than the masses, because thinking like the masses gets you right at average. And if you want to be great and you want to do great things, you're going to have to think differently. And that's just the true fact, okay? And just be careful like who you're listening to, because, you know, listen, it's one thing if you ask someone for their advice or their opinion, and then in that case you should certainly take it and appreciate it and respect it. But the people who just give you their opinion unasked for, be really careful about that. You know, don't take marriage advice from someone who's not married. Don't take parental advice from someone who's not a parent. Don't take business advice from someone who's not an entrepreneur, not a business owner. Don't, take industry advice for whatever you do as a career from someone who's not in that industry. And the list can go on and on and on and on. You know, you wouldn't go to a personal trainer who looks sloppy and say, and listen to this person. Could they be right? Yeah, maybe they don't do what they should do. But I'm not going to someone who looks sloppy and asking them what I should do to get in shape. I'm not, going to an auto repair guy whose car's a piece of shit and broken down. That's a telltale that you should not listen to this person. And look, these could be your best friends, it could be your family members, it could be your spouse, it could be your parents. Like, you got to be really, really careful who you're listening to. And if they're not in your situation, if they don't want what you want, if they don't have the same goals that you do, they're not going to be able to tell you how you should think. So be really, really careful with that, okay? And the problem is we can fall into listening to these people. We can fall into feeling intimidated, thinking we're going to get made fun of, thinking that, oh, if I do this, hey, everyone's going to laugh at me. Who gives a shit? I promise you, the most successful people out there were laughed at, were ridiculed, were made fun of before they actually accomplished these things. And then once they did, people said, oh, okay, that's why they did that. So, they can laugh now, they're going to cry later, because later on they're going to look back and say, man, he was right, and I probably should have listened, probably should have did more of what he was trying to do or she was trying to do, because, man, that worked out. So think about that.